was emphasis on freedom. I was talking about how many of the shelters and other services in Portland have requirements that restrict that availability to certain people. But here at Tabarwa, you take care of people and you let them be free. And people can see that it is possible to live within a community and be taken care of and have the ability to heal and learn mindfulness and detachment so that you can suffer well or endure suffering with adding that second arrow of suffering.
Especially what kind of people? OAs or drug addict? What kind of?
What are they? Who are the people who are homeless?
Yes, yeah.
The old people.
Homeless.
There are all kinds of people who are homeless. I listen to the stories of the people I meet, and what I hear the most are people who have had a health problem, and they go to a hospital and get the care that they need, but then it destroys them financially. And so even though they've had their injury or illness taken care of, then they're out on the street after that. And also just with cost of living rising, more and more people just can't afford to live indoors anymore.
Nyazu are the say Yadana Shide to the Nyare, to the Checaro, homeless dear. We G. Pietana. When you don't, we G. Pietana.
Absolutely, it's gotten worse since COVID.
After COVID. Yeah, financial.
The federal thing you were telling me was something they stopped paying people. You were telling me about it in the car, where Trump cut people's salaries. Like they wouldn't be paying people. Like federal cuts, no? Like people.
Oh, the federal shutdown. That's different. But
federal shutdown.
they're not big enough to actually now. That's not different. The rural population in Oregon, like
Access to health care, the cuts in Medicare, Medicaid, hospitals shutting down. Access in the rural areas is already a problem, and affordability of health care in general. And we were talking about places will actually send their homeless people, because no one wants to deal with homeless people. They are like a social nuisance, so then they send them to a city like Portland to get rid of them. But then Portland gets overloaded with that burden of trying to take care of these people, and they have services, but there's not enough services to meet the need, is what Cash was talking about. There aren't enough services to meet the needs, and some of the services that are available aren't available to everybody. And then now, I don't remember when it started, but I think a couple of months ago, Portland laws started changing a little, and so now they're basically making it a crime to be homeless. And the city has, in areas that have flat space where people would have been able to set up their tents or something, Portland has been putting these big boulders so there's no room for people to put their tents.
If people are living in their cars, they will, like, it's called green tagging, but if a car is sitting somewhere for what they consider too long, then they'll come and tow you away. And they do what's called sweeps, where if there are camps of many tents, the police will just randomly come and take them all away, and they will steal people's things, they will arrest them, and so they're just, even though Portland is where a lot of cities are sending their homeless, it's becoming a more and more hostile place for the homeless, which is really unfortunate.
How many homeless people in Portland estimate?
I don't know how to estimate that, but it's a lot. They live everywhere. Yeah, like downtown, they're just on the street. In most neighborhoods, you'll find them, except not the wealthier neighborhoods, because they're very quick to call the police and get them removed. But yeah, anywhere that they can be, they will be.
How long it happened like this? How many years?
I think the homeless population has been slowly increasing since the 80s. There was a group outside Portland in, I think, the 80s that people really started, like, bringing busloads of homeless there, but I think it's really increased since COVID. Because during COVID lockdown, there was a pause on evictions, but as soon as that pause ended and people started getting evicted again, the homeless population was just
Both men and women?
men, women, and children.
How about weather? Is okay?
The weather is, many people find it too rainy, but
You need a good tent.
yeah, you definitely need shelter. In the winter, it gets cold enough to snow, but it doesn't tend to snow very much. In the summer, it can get up to 115 degrees, but most of the year, it's pretty temperate.
It's summer, winter. When's the season of rain?
Let's see, the rainy season is probably from September through December, and then it will usually snow some in January and February, and then it gets rainy again until about June, and then we get mostly sun until September.
Basically winter and fall.
Because it's my home state.
It's pretty mild, no extreme weather most of the time, about 1 hour from the coast. So yeah, November until April, May, just a lot of rain. But it can get cold occasionally. It can get hot occasionally, but mostly people don't use air conditioning, and no real poisonous animals. So it's a very desirable place. There was when people settled the United States, there was the Oregon Trail, so they were trying to go to Oregon because it's green and a lot of good farmland. Okay.
How about the government? How are they supporting people homeless?
The government gives some support. There's the state-run, like Medicare health insurance. There's food assistance, and there are some shelters that I think are run by the government, but yeah, unfortunately, recently it seems like the government isn't much interested in helping the homeless. They just want to get rid of them.
Is drug addiction a big problem?
Yeah, drug addiction is rather prevalent. But again, a lot of the drug addiction that I have seen is because people got medical care and were given drugs and then got addicted and then didn't have any hope getting off of those drugs. And then of course, when you're homeless, you are facing so much suffering that drugs seem like an easy way to escape that suffering. So many people are just trying to numb the pain.
Attended a workshop on the causes of homelessness. She was a retired nurse practitioner who served in a very small former logging town near Dallas, outside Dallas. She was surprised how much relational issues. So like women, there'll be a breakup and then they'll have no place to live. The relational issues can be also a cause of homelessness too. I don't know if you found.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard many stories of people having to leave abusive situations, and the only place they have to go is the street. Also, many people on the street have been victims of abuse since very early childhood, and because of all that trauma, they just can't function the way society wants them to. So they just end up there.
things like that?
There are soup kitchens.
Like free everything.
On certain days.
Are they well attended?
I'm not sure. I haven't been to one myself. I see some flyers that get handed around that have a schedule of what services are available what days.
So there would be different locations. Hours of it.
So you can send their picture also of the homeless. Yes, I used to solve this problem in Myanmar also because of the political change. The country opened business to the foreigners. In this way, the land in the country more expensive. In this way, there are many homeless in this city. So I donate the land over 3,000 families. I make school, Maho, clinic, library for them. They can get food easily, is it?
Somewhat easily, yeah. There are some soup kitchens, and there's the state food assistance program that gives them a certain amount of money to spend on food each month. And there are also a lot of the homeless community will share their food with each other. So when one person has food, they will give it to the others as well.
You can try it possibly. Now I'm trying to donate the land for over 3,000 families in Myanmar. That rescues village. It will take time, but also here in US also, I intend to do like this because I'm familiar with the people in trouble, so we can work together. We can teach them how to practice meditation also.
wanting to do something similar in South Africa. I know that it will take time.
Yes, yes.
So when I go back to South Africa, I guess soon, maybe 1 month from now, then, but I mean, I will be homeless myself. So what I want to try do is to work with homeless shelters, so to and people who help homeless as a volunteer. I will try and ask them if I can stay and volunteer, and then that way do good deeds together, help others. So that's my plan for now, to see how that works, to see how.
Well, the recognizes Oregon, but I love Oregon. Thank you.
So yeah, then I can see how things go, and then I would also like to ask if you would be open to come during a retreat. I have many friends in South Africa with land, and so I think it will be easy to organize a retreat there, and accommodation and everything. I don't think it will be very difficult. So it will depend on you when you have time.
Yes.
I think people will be interested to do a retreat with you. There are many Goenka meditators. The most meditators are Goenka up in the center there. But we have other meditation centers in different traditions. But no good teacher. I mean, no serious teacher. I also would like to be more active again in growing food, because that's what I used to do before, and there are many hungry people, and so I hope to find a place where I can grow food in different locations, or one location, and develop that, and maybe that can be the basis for a Tamala center.